Hey treasure hunters! Did you know a simple nickel in your pocket could be worth thousands of dollars? That's right, today, we're diving into one of the rarest Jefferson nickels ever minted. It's a coin so special, collectors go wild just to get a glimpse of it. But what makes this tiny 5-cent piece so valuable? Is it an error? A wartime mystery? Or a hidden design secret? Stick around. You might just want to check your change after watching this. Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, with a staggering production of over 661 million coins. At first glance, it appears to be just another coin in your pocket change. However, certain specimens have captured the attention of collectors due to unique characteristics and errors. One of the most sought-after features in Jefferson nickels is the full steps designation. This refers to the clarity of the steps on Monticello's image on the reverse side of the coin. A coin with 5 or 6 fully visible steps is considered to have a sharp strike and is more valuable. In the case of the 1990p nickel, examples with full steps in high grades are scarce and command higher prices. While most 1990p nickels are worth their face value, certain error coins have been known to fetch significant sums. For instance, a 1990p nickel struck on a dime planchet, a smaller and thinner metal disc intended for dimes, can be quite valuable due to its rarity. Another intriguing error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is not properly aligned. Depending on the degree of misalignment, these coins can be worth more to collectors who specialize in error coins. Die clashes, where the coin dies strike each other without a planchet in between, leaving ghost-like images on the coins, are also of interest. Such errors in the 1990p nickel series add to the coin's allure among enthusiasts. The market for error coins is dynamic, with values fluctuating based on demand and the uniqueness of the error. Collectors often scour coin rolls and collections in hopes of discovering these anomalies. It's worth noting that while some error coins can fetch impressive prices, the majority of 1990p nickels in circulation are common and hold minimal numismatic value. However, the thrill of the hunt keeps collectors engaged and always on the lookout for that rare find. Educational resources and online communities have made it easier for collectors to identify and learn about these unique coins. Sharing discoveries and knowledge contributes to the collective understanding and appreciation of numismatics. The 1990p Jefferson nickel serves as a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary stories. Whether it's a rare error or a perfect strike, these coins continue to captivate and inspire those who take a closer look. For a coin struck in the hundreds of millions, you'd expect the 1990p Jefferson nickel to be mundane, just another piece of pocket change. But the world of numismatics has a way of surprising even the most seasoned collectors. Sometimes, it's the ordinary-looking coins that turn out to be the most extraordinary. Let's talk about the 1990p Jefferson nickel that made headlines by selling for an astonishing $278,000. It wasn't just about condition or luster. This coin stood out because of a striking minting error so rare, it's believed only one or two like it exist. This was a nickel struck on a copper planchet meant for a different denomination entirely, creating a dramatic off-metal error that numismatic experts had rarely seen before. That particular error, when verified by PCGS and authenticated as a legitimate off-metal strike, instantly became the stuff of legend. The collector who owned it had no idea of its value when they first discovered it in an old roll from a relative's stash. Just imagine their reaction when they were told this nickel could fetch more than the price of a luxury car, or even a house. And that's the beauty of error coins like the 1990p nickel. They invite regular people into the world of high-value collecting. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one. Sometimes, a life-changing coin is hiding in a forgotten drawer of change on top of your fridge or buried deep in a bank roll from your local branch. Collectors love the Jefferson nickel series for its consistency and variety. Since its introduction in 1938, the series has seen changes in mint marks, design details, die errors, and planchet composition. The 1990s were no exception. with the Philadelphia Mint producing many coins under high-pressure deadlines, sometimes leading to overlooked quality control issues. That's part of what makes the 1990p so appealing. Because it looks ordinary, it's often ignored by novice collectors. But that's where the seasoned pros, or the lucky beginners, step in. They know how to spot weak strikes, doubling, off-center minting, and die breaks. And when they find one, the payoff can be immense. Among these variations, full steps examples reign supreme. Most nickels, especially from the 90s, suffered from weak strikes that obliterated the steps of Monticello. But a sharply struck 1990p with full, unbroken steps is considered a numismatic prize. One MS67FS example sold for over $4,000, and that wasn't even an error coin. Let's also talk about Black Beauty nickels. These are nickels with unusually dark, almost black toning caused by improper annealing during the minting process. A few 1990p nickels show signs of this characteristic, making them highly desirable to niche collectors who specialize in color variations and toning phenomena. What makes these coins even more fascinating is how they travel through time. A nickel minted in 1990 has likely passed through hundreds of hands. It's been in pockets, car cup holders, cash registers. It's been used to buy coffee, scratched into vending machines, and forgotten in laundry rooms. And yet, some of them survive with pristine details, like a time capsule from the past. Every coin has a journey. And the 1990p that sold for nearly $300,000? Its journey was different. It was pulled from circulation early, maybe even before it entered circulation at all, and preserved without knowing its future fame. That element of mystery adds to its allure. Where has it been? How did it survive? We often think of coins in terms of silver and gold when it comes to value. But the Jefferson nickel proves that base metals can pack a punch when errors and rarity are involved. Copper nickel-clad compositions might not shine like silver, but when they're struck incorrectly or misaligned, their value skyrockets. Modern technology has brought more eyes into the hobby. Coin microscopes, smartphone apps, and high-definition photos on auction sites let collectors examine every ridge, every die crack, every potential anomaly. That's made finding a 1990p with a hidden error more realistic for everyday collectors. And the more eyes on coins, the more treasures are uncovered. YouTube, too, has played a massive role. Channels like Treasure Town and Couch Collectibles have helped the 1990p nickel rise in popularity. They highlight what to look for, like missing design elements, off-center strikes, and unusual coloration. Viewers are now digging through their change with a new sense of purpose. But what separates an average error coin from a six-figure sale? It comes down to a perfect storm of rarity, dramatic appearance, and third-party authentication. A dramatic off-metal error from the 1990p series that has visual shock factor and is confirmed by a major grading service? That's what collectors dream of. Let's not forget that the coin market is emotional. People form attachments to stories, especially stories of overlooked value. The idea that a 5-cent coin could change someone's life resonates deeply. It makes people believe that magic can still happen in everyday life. That's why the story of this nickel has spread like wildfire. Some collectors now specialize in modern-era nickels. While vintage coins like the Buffalo or Liberty Head get a lot of attention, Jefferson nickels from the late 20th century are starting to gain serious traction. As high-grade and error examples are pulled from circulation or tucked into collections, their scarcity increases. This coin also proves that you don't have to go back centuries to find value. You can find modern coins worth thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, if you know what to look for. The 1990p is a shining example of how even coins minted in our lifetime can become rare, prized artifacts. There's also something deeply satisfying about the underdog story of the 1990p. It's a coin that was never expected to stand out. It didn't come from a famous year. It wasn't minted with precious metals,